Today's headline is Tough George Lancaster. The subheadline says, slightly disfigured by various experiences, but still in the arena. This article was originally reported from Colchester, New York, on August 27th. It says, George Lancaster at this place thinks he has some right to be called the toughest man in the Beaver Hill region, if not in the state. He's 72 years old now. When he was a young man, he achieved some little distinction by being pinned to the earth by a tree that he was chopping down falling upon him. An arm and leg were broken, and Lancaster lay beneath the tree trunk nearly 2 days before he was found and rescued. He got over the effects of that mishap all right, and the next thing that brought him into notice was a panther. Lancaster was a great hunter, but he made some miscalculation in dealing with a panther one day, and the panther pitched into him. Before Lancaster could get things working right in the fight that followed, the panther had clawed and chawed him up so that he was 2 months getting in shape. As to that though, he never exactly got in shape after all that row with the panther, for he's scarred and disfigured yet from it. The next thing to which Lancaster now refers as something he feels warranted in having on record as an evidence of his toughness is his contact with a pile of logs. There were 14 logs piled on the bank of the stream waiting to be rolled down the hill into the water for rafting. Lancaster attempted to start the pile, and he succeeded. But the logs started so sudden that Lancaster failed to get out of their way. The logs were all big ones, and every log rolled over Lancaster. When he was gathered up, he had to be carried home on a quilt. There was scarcely a bone in his body that wasn't broken, but he kept on living. The many fractured bones knit together and became quite as strong as ever, but the humps and knobs and angles that resulted from their coming together again left Lancaster very far from symmetrical in physical condition, in which he still holds his own. The old gentleman had for years done nothing else, nor nothing else had done anything to him to add to his record for toughness until last June, when he took to his bed one day, or rather was taken to his bed, and he is only just now leaving it and getting around once more. The reason Lancaster took to his bed last June was a double-barreled shotgun in the hands of George W. McAdams, a cheerful neighbor of his. Lancaster and McAdams had a misunderstanding about something or other, and McAdams rashly emptied both barrels of his gun into Lancaster. There was hardly a square inch of Lancaster's body that they didn't mine a buckshot out of, and especially as he was loaded down with lead about the groins and abdomen, the doctor said he would die that night, but he pulled through, and from time to time helped dig lead out of himself. He's now able to be around, assisted by a cane, but the panther scars and the bumps and knobs left by the log-rolling journey are considerably marked up by the places where McAdams' shot went in and were dug out. Lancaster says he'll be able to go to Delhi easy enough next week and hear the court try McAdams. This story came from the great state of New York, being reported in The Sun of September 2nd, 1894. Thank you for joining us today. If you want to continue to uncover all of America's lost and forgotten history, then remember before you leave to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and remember to like and comment below. And we will see you next time on Americana Archives.